Hi folks, welcome to G4G here on YouTube. I do apologize that I'm not doing a Saviors of the Multiverse update in this particular video, but this is something that I wanted to do quickly that came up today, and I wanted to get this out there as soon as possible so that people don't potentially get caught up in this and get hyped for it. So recently, there was a company called the Paragon Institute who had said that they were trying very, very hard to get the assets and the material and everything that formulated Marvel Heroes and try to get it back out in production. And they built themselves as like huge fans of the game, and they wanted to get the game back out there to people. Now, this is, of course, something near and dear to us Saviors fans because we're, trying to get that done for Marvel Avengers Alliance. And much quicker than MAA, somebody is trying to do it for Marvel Heroes. However, a story is being run on MMO Fallout.com that this is a very highly potentially fraudulent situation. And let's go into the details over here. I introduce you to the Marvel Heroes Rebirth, an Indiegogo campaign seeking $450,000 on a promise that it really can't keep to get the rights for Marvel Heroes. The reason why this is basically happening is that there is coming out to be new news that DMCA protection might go away when it comes to abandoned MMOs. This is actually something that can help Saviors of the Multiverse, in that it would be considered an abandoned MMO also, so it opens up the potential that if Gaming Life Beginner can actually do the code work for this game and everything, that perhaps licensing issues will not take as much of a hold as people feared for Marvel Avengers Alliance. And we all know things like World of Warcraft private servers. We know about the Metroid 2 fan game that was out there, and it got shut down by Nintendo. And of course, now we actually have an official Metroid 2 game, which is probably why they went after them. But Square went after the Chrono Rebirth games, where they were trying to continue the plot of Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross and tie everything together. That got attacked and shut down. Pretty much everything that has been attempted up until this point has always gotten shut down. Well, now there may be something out there with the DMCA that could help abandon MMOs and allow people to buy them up and get them back out there. Now, prior to this, as this article explains, this was done for All Points Bulletin. Gamers First went after All Points Bulletin, which was a $100 million engine that was sold for pennies on the dollar when Real-Time Worlds went bankrupt and became profitable under the new company. So this Paragon Institute does hit upon a timely situation that you would think maybe they can get away with it and not have to worry about the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. And they had this statement: if Disney is unwilling to partner with us, there may still be another path. Through March 2018, the U.S. Copyright Office is reviewing a proposal that would exempt abandoned MMOs from the DMCA protection. If exempted, this would allow organizations such as ours to continue hosting Marvel Heroes. However, there is the likelihood the game could not further be developed. For more info, provide your feedback, blah, 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 blah. So, Elder Mage Studios was what was trying to get Marvel Heroes, and Elder Mage Studios links back to the Paragon Institute. Well, this particular person went and investigated what is the Paragon Institute. Because honestly, if I hear it, I would say that sounds like something in an X-Men comic that was like training mutants or training psychologically psychically powered augmented soldiers. Like, it sounds sketchy. I couldn't actually believe that this would be a real thing. Well, it's probably not. So as it was brought out over here, when you go to the Paragon Institute's website, you get a landing page for Paragon Academy, which appears to be ticking down to something in about a year's worth of time. The location physically is in Cary, North Carolina. Now, I'm scrolling back away from the picture for a moment because I want to say that Cary, North Carolina is not necessarily a bad thing. Cary is right around the corner from me, and I'll tell you somebody who is in Cary, North Carolina, Epic. To me, Epic is the company that did the Unreal Tournament series and other very, very old things you probably never heard of, like Jazz Jackrabbit and Epic Pinball, and, a few other things. As a matter of fact, Digital Extremes, which you now know as Warframe, and the short-lived Keystone, or whatever Keystone got renamed into that I don't remember, but Keystone had a new name for a short period of time before it was canceled. But Digital Extremes is, of course, the people behind Warframe, one of the few modern games that is not being attacked for loot box issues and is being praised highly for the way that real-life money converts into game money. So DE is said to be doing it right. Well, Digital Extremes partnered with Epic to do the Unreal series. You guys probably know Epic as the people behind the Gears of War series. Cliffy B famously worked for Epic and recently left to form Boss Key Studios, which is doing the now miserably well-off Lawbreakers. By the way, great game. Absolutely shitty marketing. Unfortunately, Cliffy's Lamborghini-sized ego, and I say that because Cliffy does drive a Lambo, Cliffy's Lamborghini-sized ego is preventing him from doing it properly. However, in this case, all that being said, this address in Cary, North Carolina is actually a fucking court. It's a court with houses in it, and the guy's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Google Maps is not screwing this over. So the Paragon Institute seems to be registered to a regular Joe Blow house. 198 Shots Court. So this is it. Like, this is the Paragon Institute. I mean, yeah, that does not look good. As a matter of fact, I see Fork Road over here, which almost make 6 Forks. Yeah, no, okay. I was thinking that's actually a road that I know, but that isn't. It's Forks, not Fork. So, yeah, this Paragon Institute does not seem to be like a real company. And the guy went and checked as much as he could about the site and backtracked it and found it was using a lot of stock images, like these ones that you're seeing here. And apparently, like, those were the stocks, but then they were lifted and reworked into something like this. And yeah, things were not looking good over here. The student staff portal leads to the office homepage. Portal registration leads to an office account creation page. And the page for the former Chadwick students leads to a non-existent website. So there is this chain of being like Chadwick University and the Paragon Institute, and it was accredited by a lady who claimed she was psychic and found Atlantis. So it honestly seems like this potential rebirth here for Marvel Heroes is a complete scam. Apparently, the goal has only reached about $300. So they're not really going anywhere in this. If it is going, quote, somewhere, then people are not believing it. But here is the Elder Mage Studios home site. And it, it runs the little Marvel thing over here. This does definitely look like footage from Marvel Heroes. That's the Purifier Church people. But do not fall prey. So there it is, Paragon Institute down there, Elder Mage Studios, blah, blah, blah. do not fall for these people. If you encounter this campaign, let's see if it takes us to... Yeah, 335 raised by 7 backers. That's absolutely miserable. I'm sure deep, deep Marvel Heroes fans would want to believe in this. You know, the PC was around for years. Console people had far less time on it, but they did actually get all of their money back on both the PlayStation and the Xbox versions of it. So whatever you do, do not fall victim to this campaign. Do not provide a cent. Share it around. You know, they ask you to share. Let's get this Marvel Heroes Rebirth going and everything like that. I want you guys to share around that this is likely a scam. And if you want to find the site where all this material is contained, it's on mmofallout.com. It's right on the front page as of now. Crowdfunding fraudsters, blah, blah, blah. Counter-Strike co-creator arrested for sexual... Oh, God, that sounds awful. Holy shit. That looks awful. Oh, that's the swatting prank. Yipes. Global Adventures closed beta key. Okay, so here you are, mmofallout.com. I'm not associated with them. This is not paid or anything like that. I just happened to read an article about this, which referenced back to mmofallout.com as breaking the story and being the source. So it looks like here in the screenshot, as of February 6th, it was 305 by 6 backers. We see it as 330 something by 7. So it's obviously gotten a little bit more money. Stop. Do not submit to this campaign. Do not do anything with this campaign. Share this information that in all likelihood this is going to be fraudulent. And, you know, just sit and wait. Because, I mean, for all we know, this is a... And I hate to use a stereotype over here, but when I say it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. For all we know, this is some fat, sweaty Linux code nerd sitting in their parents' basement. Okay, never says shut down. I didn't get to level my Hulk until the full level. It didn't get to raid on my Hulk. I want to take the game back so I can bring my Hulk in a raid. Blah. I mean, that's what it could be over here, and it doesn't take much to create like a GoDaddy site. Oh, yeah. So that's another thing that was brought up over here. They were like, hey, you know, we all want to believe this is a big industry guy like Richard Gary, a.k.a. Lord British, a.k.a. my childhood, with the Ultima series and everything like that. But they made mention over here that the site that it's registered to is essentially a site creation company that, okay, here it is. BuzzFile lists Paragon's website as VirtuCorp, a website that no longer exists, but through the power of Web Archive, it appears to be filled with lorem ipsum gibberish. And I could swear there was somewhere on here that said the site was registered to the type of company that hides who registers it. Small business decision, empty promises. Okay. Was it over here? It was somewhere. Maybe it was in the original article that I read. But apparently you cannot actually find out who registered the Paragon Industries website because it's one of those holding companies that covers up who actually registered it. So there's not a name. Like, the company is the one who is named as the owner and everything, and the actual physical person is well hidden. And we don't know who's doing it. So, yeah, do not give in to this. Be very, very careful. Just share it amongst your Marvel Heroes friends if they're interested in paying that. And it doesn't seem to be going very far with only $330 out of $450,000 that they're looking for. Just, yeah, be very, very careful. Consider this one a fake. Myth busted. See you later, everybody. Take care.